We've observed a growing community concern about matchmaking in recent months. Matchmaking wait times have extended our targeted limits, and we've seen rank disparities fluctuate. In this status update, we will go in details on factors impacting the matchmaking, our current matchmaking system, and our future solutions. I think their algorithm is fucked. Honestly, I think something is fucked up with the decoding. Time, fairness, ping. Above are the 3 variable factors in matchmaking, with a 4th being the number of players on each role, with an ideal ratio of 4 survivors for 1 killer at all times. When dealing with matchmaking, we need to decide how much to focus on each of the factors. If we focus on 1 point, the other points will make some sort of impact. For example, if we focus on time, your matches will likely end up being less fair, and you might get paired with people further away. Dedicated servers has helped us ensure a stable connection, with over 90% of players being put in matches with 150 ping or under. Our goal is to put you to match as quickly as possible with a good connection without compromising too much on fairness. Well, this is long. This is a difficult task in a game like Dead by Daylight, where both sides have different objectives and cannot be directly compared to one another. We've attempted to address this in the past with the emblem system, but upon further review, we've concluded that rank does not directly correlate to skill. Now there's a fucking bombshell. But upon further review, we've concluded that rank does not directly correlate to skill. They must have fucking hired a rocket scientist at Dead by Daylight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure Behavior has just hired a rocket scientist, like a nuclear physicist or something. Okay, let's see. While a player who plays a lot will tend to be better than someone who plays very little, there are also players who are good at the game but don't play enough to reach the upper ranks. No shit. To help improve with the fairness factor without sacrificing wait times or pings, we will make 2 changes. 2 changes. The first is a new system to better reflect a player's skill, and the second is a change to the matchmaking system to create fairer matches. Going forward, we will use a hidden skill rating for matchmaking Going forward, we will use a hidden skill for matchmaking purposes. Your skill rating will increase when you do well and decrease when you do poorly. I have zero faith in that. To keep this as fair as possible, the system will predict the outcome of the match based on the difference in your opponent's rating and adjust the amount your rating changes. This sounds really complicated. If your rating is higher than your opponent's, your rating will increase, less if you win and drop more if you lose. If your rating is lower than your opponent, your rating will increase more if you win and drop if you lose. This way, even if you aren't perfectly matched with the people at the same exact skill level, your rating will not change unfairly. In the future, we would like to extend this system to support different ratings for each killer, allowing you to practice a new killer without being immediately matched against high skill players. Now see, that's great. If this secret matchmaking system works, that's awesome. Just for this simple fact. Right here. In the future, we would like to extend this system to support different ratings for each killer, allowing you to practice a new killer without being immediately matched against high skill players. That's fair and awesome. If they can pull that off, that's great. This may not be included in the initial launch of the feature. We'll have that in the year 2024. That's the hidden text right there they didn't tell us about. Additionally, to make sure that your matches are as fair as possible, we'll be switching over to batch matchmaking. Well, I don't know what that is. Currently, our matchmaking system takes the player in queue and looks for a match close to their rank. If it is unable to find an appropriate match, it will gradually expand the search range until it is able to give you a match. This can lead to both unfair matches and long queue times. The new batch matchmaking will instead pull a larger number of players together, compare their skill levels, and then create the fairest matches possibly simultaneously. With a larger pool to pick from, we hope to improve the fairness factor of matchmaking while also keeping pings and wait times low. The release of these changes will be gradual. Yeah, I figured that. With the release of the mid-chapter update, we were able to start tracking skill levels. Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad. This is awesome news. For the time being, this is the only test and is not being used for matchmaking purposes. Once we are confident that the skill rating is working as intended, let me reiterate that. Once our nuclear scientist physicist team are confident that the skill rating is working as intended, we will be testing on the live servers. We got to get the scientists involved because I'm pretty sure they hired some for this. When this happens, you may notice some disparity in the ranks during your matches. This is to be expected as rank will no longer be used for matchmaking purposes at this time. So what does rank even mean? What would even be the purpose of it? To avoid confusion, we are considering removing ranks from the post-match scoreboard once testing is complete, as they will no longer be relevant to matchmaking. Ranks will remain visible only to you for bragging rights and a goal to work towards, but will be a reflection of your dedication to the game rather than the skill for the time being. Isn't that what devotion level gets you? We are confident these changes will allow us to create fairer matches without losing sight of our goals. To get you into a match as soon as possible with a solid connection, we'll be sure to keep you posted on our progress as we move forward. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, man. If their little hidden nuclear scientists, whatever, flux capacitor works in the background, this sounds like it could be amazing. We'll see. We'll see. It's a step in the right direction.